We are like trees in the forest. We look as though we are standing apart, but we are interconnected. We are interdependent, and we can send each other energy and nourishment when we need it. The loudest voices in the world right now are running on the energy of fear, criticism, and cruelty. When I spend time listening to people who are speaking from their deepest wisdom, I can feel understanding, inspiration, and energy nourish the root of my own wisdom. What does it mean to cultivate inside of ourselves an inner posture where every time we feel like we want to retreat or desert, we listen to that part of ourselves? It's like, you don't have to have all those things. You just have to be brave. My coming of age, I really got to see and understand how deep it goes, how deep white supremacist violence goes in this country. And that what we saw after 9/11, what we're seeing now is not an aberration, that it's a continuation of the forces that helped found the country, founded on genocide, founded on slavery, and that the miracle is that Black and brown and Indigenous people with white allies and every generation before us have stood up to say, we're gonna make the Constitution true. We're gonna expand the meaning of we the people to include all of us. We're gonna make dignity, equality, justice real in this country. I've found that the truest meaning of my life is to be able to show up when it's my turn, with my full heart, with my wide imagination, with my love. And that is what brought me to this place where I have organized around hate for the last 20 years. My commitment is to spend the next 20 years of my life organizing around love, because I believe that revolutionary love, that love that my grandfather taught me as a kid, that love is the call of our times. How do we love when it's hard? And what I have discovered is that love begins with wonder. Can you wonder about the person in front of you? Can you wonder, why do they think that? Why do they say that? Why do they believe that? Why do they do that? And if wondering about that person, if you feel a lot of activation in your body, if just thinking about their person, you feel like your heart's beating, your throat's closing, your palms are getting sweaty, then that is information for you. Your body is telling you now is not the right time to reach out to that opponent. Now is the time to love on yourself, to tend to the rage, tend to the grief, tend to the trauma in your body. The thing about revolutionary love is everyone has a different role at any given time. So I define revolutionary love as a choice to labor for others, for our opponents, and for ourselves. Here's the thing about listening. You listen to them not to change them or to compromise with them or legitimize them. You listen to understand them. And if you're motivated by wonder, then you really want to know, okay, why? And once you keep asking why, then first you're going to hear the sound bites, the slogans, the things that make you want to scream. But if you keep asking, pretty soon you'll get down into their story. And once you hear their story, then you say, oh, that's why they cling to that narrative. That's why they go support these policies. That's why they act this way, they think this way. Once you hear their story, then you can see their wound. There are no such thing as monsters in this world. There are only human beings who are wounded, who act out of their insecurity, greed, blindness, despair. That doesn't make them any less dangerous. But once we see their humanity, once we see their wound, they lose their power over us. Every morning I wake up now, and I wish I started when I was 18. I say, I get to be alive. I get to be alive today. I get to be alive today with you. And if you have that ancestor in your back, know that you can always call upon them. And just remember, one day you will be an ancestor. Someone's going to gather in space and they will summon you. They will think about you. And if you show up with all your heart, with all your love, what they will inherit from this time will not be our fear. It will be our bravery. It will be our joy.